Okay, so this is the first time I've ever actually done this, but I'm going to share a poem with you that I wrote about the jobs I've done in the past. Well, not all the jobs, but most of the jobs I've done. Some have been good, some bad, but you'll see, and I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, I'll give it a whirl, but it's called My Array of Jobs. Here we go. So I thought I'd share a poem about the jobs that have got me by, whether it be cleaning, canvassing, retail, or a bit of DIY. In fact, I've had quite a mix of jobs, I can't dispute that. I started young volunteering in a sanctuary full of cats. Continuing with the voluntary role, I worked in a charity store, rummaging through people's bags for items for the sales floor. Items would be piled, sellable, bin or rag. It was shocking at times to see what people had stuffed into their charity bag. Perm wigs, dirty clothes, gadgets which were decades old, false teeth and underwear, which of course could not be sold. My time in the company was great, and very rewarding too. Making money for a good cause, it's what I like to do. I had a few other jobs not long after. Cleaning a conference centre was one, the second one packing boxes, the third one not so fun. Working in a fast food chain, the one everyone knows best. High-waisted trousers, a cap with the letter M. Go on, hazard a guess? Yes, McDonald's, that's the one. I was situated on the drive-through. You get the regulars and you type in their order before they even got to you. I'll never forget one of the orders, uttered by a rather large bloke. I'll have a supersized meal, and with that, I'll have a Diet Coke. Needless to say, I didn't stay long. Some of my co-workers got a bit of slack. One girl was asked to clean the drive-through, so she started mopping the tarmac. I needed a refreshment, something to fill the void, so shoe shops were my answer, and these jobs I thoroughly enjoyed. I started off in Shelley's, rather a trendy shop. Then I moved on to a shop called Garage that blasted out hip-hop. My head would swim after leaving work. It was time to look for something new. My favourite job of all came up, and that was one at Shoe. If it wasn't for the staff, there'd be customers entertaining me. Once a Chinese lady asked for a pair of Uggs in a size 3.5. You'd get the annoying customers who you'd have to run around for, not realising that you have to climb up 2 flights of stairs before getting back on the shop floor. Worst of all were the indecisive customers and the ones that didn't know their size. Can I try these on in a size 3, a size 4, or in a size 5? In saying all this, this was one of my favourite jobs of all. 4 years on and off. It really was a ball. Whilst at university I had a job selling tequila shots, belted up with Jose Cuervo, lime, salt, glasses. I think that's a lot. The job was certainly an experience, and I'd come back with a pocket full of money. I have quite a few memories, and here is one I find incredibly funny. A very drunk lady had a shot, and clearly didn't know what she was doing. She knocked all the salt back out of its shaker and then started spewing. Needless to say, she didn't look happy, nor did she have another shot. Instead, I had to wipe away the salt shower and fill up another pot. I stayed in this job for most of my second year, and the money paid for a couple of books, as well as other uni gear. I then left for Australia, where I experienced jobs I've never done before, including selling electricity, which was done door to door. Trying to convert customers, it really wasn't for me. However, the highlight was the old ladies' gents inviting me in for tea. They'd get out their photo albums and enthrall me with their tales, so I'd sit there and wouldn't mind that I wasn't going to make a sale. The job was commission based, so I'd come home with no money, walking around the streets all day. It really wasn't funny. Moving on to other jobs which were definitely more me, were working at a surf camp followed by working at the Grand Prix. When it comes to surfing, it is far more difficult than it first appears. Wading out in the deepest depths is really where I had to conquer my fears. The waves would thwack and crash, tumbling you in the ocean's giant machine. But the moment you jumped up and caught that one, it really was a dream. Switching off from the outside world and focusing on riding the ocean made everything else around you move in such slow motion. If I wasn't in the water, I would be in the travel shack, selling Find Your Mojo hoodies, t-shirts, excursions and photo packs. Each evening there'd be a campfire, and someone strumming out a tune, followed by games of flip cup, usually after copious amounts of goon. Surf camp was probably my favourite job. My time at SpotX was great. The only downside was the heaps of food and gaining a stone in weight. The Grand Prix lasted for 3 days, and here I had a variety of roles: directing people to their seats in the corporate event and working on pedestrian control. Stopping cars to allow people to cross was achieved by holding out a gazillion flags, but the monotony of this sequence really made the time drag. As the pedestrians were finally seated, we were allowed to watch from afar. My eyes were peeled for Lewis Hamilton or Jenson Button's Formula One car. Needless to say, I hadn't a clue, as each one was whizzing past. I'd catch the tail end and the raucous noise, as they were lightning bolt fast. The Grand Prix was super fun, although the lollipop lady slightly unplanned, and the money accumulated from this job was funding the trip to New Zealand. My time away was incredible, but the 13 months sure went fast. The people, the experiences, the thrill rides, these memories will forever last. When touching down in England, I was penniless and desperately seeking work, applying for graduate jobs, retail, factories, and even a job as an office clerk. I was out of work for a few months and I really couldn't relax, but fortunately a job came up, and that was one at TK Maxx. It really has been a great job, physically challenging, and you're always on your toes. Worst of all are that all my wages are gobbled up and spent on clothes. It really has been a great year, and the team are so much fun. I can't thank you all enough for the support and love you've shown my mom. In looking at my future plans, my main aim is to pass my driving test and to apply for long-haul airlines and become an air hostess. Australia has given me the travel bug, and my degree has been put on hold. I'm going to grab the bull by the horns and just let my life unfold. So I hope you like my poem about the jobs that have got me by. The world's your oyster and you're the creator, so just reach for the sky.